Alright, second review video. I actually wrote down some more notes, longer than 3 lines. It's 5 lines. And, I think the last notes were like 3 words each line. But yeah, okay. So, starting off, talk about spoilers of the movie, probably. And probably of the other movies too. So, what I didn't go through in my last video. Why I'm doing this. Okay. So if you don't know, there's this thing going around called coronavirus, and everyone's in quarantine, and so everyone's bored out of their minds, and everyone's like trying to figure out what to do, and a lot of people have been messaging me, like in what order they should watch the Marvel movies, and what are the Marvel movies like that are in the same universe. And this happens like really often and really frequently. Like people who I don't even talk to in years message me out of nowhere, and I already know why they messaged me, and I'm like, cool, great, straight to the point. Don't even bother with hellos, just straight to the point. I like it. Like I sincerely do. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Yeah, so people have been messaging me a lot recently because of the quarantine, and I've been just kind of like, man, I haven't seen these movies in like a year because of the days leading up to Endgame. Because after Endgame and Far From Home, my brain was just kind of like fried, and it was just kind of like, all right, that was a lot to take in. So I haven't seen any of these movies in like over a year, except for Endgame. For Endgame I've only just rewatched like that portal scene because that scene's awesome. Not the point though. We're not talking about Endgame today. So yeah, I haven't seen the movies in like a year, and like it's nice to watch them again. And this time, I thought it would be fun to kind of watch them with my parents because they've never seen the movies before. My dad walked out through like halfway through the first one, so he didn't like it, and like he never likes movies, so that's fine. My mom, she did like Captain America: The First Avenger, so far she's really liking the 2 movies that we've seen, Captain America: The First Avenger and Captain Marvel. So I thought about. I have this friend that likes watching the movies in release order, and I like watching them in chronological order. And I was like, I haven't seen them in release order in the longest. I think maybe if I do watch them again, I'll watch them in release order. But since I'm watching them with my mom, I was like, I feel like if I watch them in release order, she'd be confused. So I think better I'll just watch them in chronological order, so she can follow along. Because Captain Marvel comes out like in the year 2019, but it takes place in 96, and Coulson is alive, just going back and forth, and Black Panther comes out right before Infinity War, but really takes place like a week after Civil War. It's a whole thing. So I didn't want her to get confused, so I thought of just watching it in chronological order, and she really seems to be liking them. And and I remember yesterday, like, she would ask me questions about like Captain America, like, oh, so like they chose Captain America used to be skinny, and they chose a skinny guy because he was such a good person, and this and that. And I was like, yeah, you're getting it, like that's what makes him so great. And for Captain Marvel, she doesn't know what the Skrulls are, the shape-shifting aliens. So every time one of them took the form of a human, she'd be like, whoa, like that's a bad guy. And I'm like, that is a bad guy. And then when one of the Skrulls took the form of Ben Mendelsohn, Nick Fury's boss, she was like, oh my god, is he one of them? And I was like, he is one of them. And then she was like, was he always an alien, or did they get to him? And I was like, they got to him off screen. I don't know how, but they did. And it was just so cool seeing her reaction to like all of the Skrulls and stuff like that. And just like the graphics of like their skin changing, she thought it was disgusting, so I thought it was cool. And then when she finds out that the Kree are actually like the big bad guys, and that the Skrulls are being hunted, she was just kind of like, whoa, like what's going on? And I was like, I don't know, like I want you to figure it out as it goes along. So I thought that was really fun. I'm like really enjoying this. This is so much fun because she doesn't know anything, so she was asking questions, and this is her first time watching these movies, and we're watching them in Spanish so that she can understand, obviously, because I feel like in English she'd understand, but she would like miss a lot of things. So we're watching them in Spanish, and I've seen these movies so many times, so we're like, I don't really need to pay attention to them. But I choose to like just, not go on my phone or watch, and she kind of does the same too. So just the movie. It's all that matters is the movie. Right. Okay. So I guess enough about that. Oh right, my bad. I'm not done yet. Notes. Yeah, I posted on my Instagram story that I was thinking about rewatching the movies again because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not. And a lot of people told me that I should. And then one of my friends was like, you should make review videos. And I was like, I've never done that before. That sounds like a really great and fun idea. I still don't know entirely what I'm doing. I'm just kind of making this as I go along. I have no equipment for this whatsoever. No microphone. Lights. I have these lights, but I've been told they're not that great. No editing, so there's just all one take, no script, just notes, because I can read. I just find it not fun reading off a script, so I thought just notes, And so yeah, I thought it would be fun to make a review video, even though I don't know how many people are going to watch it, or people are going to like it. I'm just trying to kill time. There's not much to do nowadays. I could read. A lot of books I haven't read. Not the point, though. Right, now to the movie. I really like Captain Marvel. I don't know much about her, comic book, lore. I know, her history, a brief, very brief. I was a little upset that they changed Captain Marvel into, a girl. But I was like, alright, that's fine, minor. Not a big deal. I can live with that. I kind of don't like Captain Marvel just a little bit, though. But it's, such a lame thing, sort of. So I have a niece. She's 5 now. And I kind of, I'm teaching her all the Marvel stuff, right? And when she was younger, 3 or 4, her favorite heroes used to be either Captain America or Spider-Man. But now that Captain Marvel came out, whenever I ask her what her favorite superhero is, without any hesitation, she yells out at the top of her lungs, her favorite hero is Captain Marvel. I'm like, it used to be Captain America or Spider-Man. It used to be one of those two, but now it's not. So that's the only reason why I don't like Captain Marvel. But other than that, she likes her, so I'm like, all right, it can't be that bad. It's such a petty thing to be upset about. I remember talking to one of my math teachers when this movie came out, and I asked him what his thoughts are, because everybody has opinions and stuff, and I like to hear their opinions. And I was like, I really like the movie. It's so cool. And action and Stan Lee cameo. And it was so cool and awesome. And the Stan Lee Marvel intro credits logo. The logo. Yeah. And he said, he brought up something that I didn't really notice at first, but I've noticed it with Superman. He said that his main problem with the movie was that she was too powerful. It never really felt like she was in danger. And I thought back and I was like, you have a point. But then when I was watching the movie again last night, I realized that the main thing wasn't really her trying to solve all these problems, although that was kind of crucial, but I feel like that wasn't focused on too much. I feel like what they really focused on was her discovering herself, because in the start of the movie she's being told what to do and what to think, and by the end of the movie she kind of she makes her own decisions because she wants to, so yeah, the Kree are telling her what to think and how to think and how to behave and how to treat other people, and and the Skrulls are kind of they're not telling you what to think, but they're just more or less, I guess they kind of are, because they put her in the machine, and so they can steal some of her memories and find Marvel. So I guess within her life, with the 6 years from when she got her powers, airplane, I'm sorry, it's airplane, it's within the 6 years that she got her powers, it's the only thing she remembers. So within her lifetime, 2 sides have been telling her what to think, and during the events of the movie, she kind of takes a step back and she's like, all right, what decision do I want to make? And I feel like that ultimately makes a character when they're faced with decisions, and the decision they choose is kind of all right, so why did you choose it, and this and that. And yeah, I feel like that's what makes Captain Marvel a good hero, I guess, in my opinion, because yeah, so hold on, I had more ideas for this. I'm sorry. That was doing so good. I was doing so great. Yeah. I got this. Hold on. I don't got this. I'm just gonna keep going. I know Brie Larson gets a lot of hate. I wrote this down too, Brie Larson hate, because I know she gets a lot of hate, and a lot of people don't like her, and I'm like, why don't you like her? She seems like a pretty decent person, and then everyone has their own opinions, and it's so different, and it's I don't know. I've seen some of her stuff. I saw Unicorn Store when it came out on Netflix. I really liked it, and a lot of people didn't like it, and they're saying that she took advantage of her, I don't want to say popularity, her status. I don't know. She took advantage of like her position and like she was like, "Oh, I want to make a movie," you know. And I was like, "Isn't that what everyone does? You know, when they have like a slight advantage to do something they want, they take it. I do it. You know, it's let her do what she wants. I mean, she was Abed's girlfriend in Community, you know, so she can't be that bad. Although I wish she got more recognition on that show than a few episodes. She was acknowledged more. She was barely mentioned at all in the show, which kind of sucked. She was cool. Yeah, so I'm like, and then when she posted the photo of her with Mjolnir, and she was like, I guess I am worthy. And then people gave her so much hate for it. Me personally, I don't think Captain Marvel can lift it. But I mean, if she wants to post a photo of her holding the hammer, that's cool. That's fine. That's funny. It's awesome. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I plan on posting a photo of myself holding Mjolnir. It's right there in the background. I plan on posting a photo of myself holding Mjolnir at one point in the future. Do I personally think I can actually am worthy of lifting the hammer? No, probably not. But it's awesome. Hammer's cool. You know, the idea, just the thought that maybe she could lift it is still pretty cool because she's already super powerful. And then with Mjolnir, it's even more powerful. You know, so just I don't know. Yeah. All right. I figured out what I wrote down. I think a good premise of the movie was that throughout the movie she was like trying to figure out who she was as a person because you know being told what to think and whatnot. And by the end of it, she was just kind of like, because they kept calling her Veers. The Kree kept calling her Veers, and by the end of the movie, she refers to herself as Carol for the first time. I think after a while, she stopped calling herself Veers, and she refers to herself as Carol. So I thought that was a great message, sort of message in the movie, where you know you have to discover yourself before you can actually fight bad guys or whatever, you know. And what I think I'm really liking about watching these movies in chronological order with my mom is that she kind of sees this universe unfold. And so she started off with Captain America in the 1940s, and then she sees it in 1990s with Captain Marvel. And then next we're watching is Iron Man. I don't completely forgot. We're watching Iron Man. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully. I don't know how often these movies I'll be making these videos, so I hope they're not too long. I'm sorry if they're too long. I just talk too much. So yeah, what I'm really liking about these movies so far with my mom is that she sees the universe unfold, and you know she sees Agent Coulson as a rookie, and she sees Nick Fury get his eyes clawed out by Goose. So then by I guess Iron Man 2, because since Nick Fury has a bigger role by then, she'll see the eye patch and she'll be like, oh, like a flirt. She calls it a cat still. Like, oh, a cat scratched his eye, you know. And then in Winter Soldier with the line, you know, she'll be like, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. She'll be like, oh, like a cat scratched it out. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see like her reaction to the rest of these movies, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, Endgame with her, because that's where like so many callbacks that I don't think she'll notice, because I mean, you know, she's busy with actual stuff, and I have so much free time where I can rewatch these movies over and over again. So yeah, I got some suggestions. I don't have any editing equipment, so I can't do that. Notes, made some notes. Hopefully that was better. Once again, if you saw the whole thing, thanks. Let me know what you liked, didn't like. Suggestions, please give me suggestions so I can make these a bit more bearable to watch, because yeah, I'm doing this to pass the time, so I can just go on and talk forever, but I also kind of like, if they can be enjoyable, I might as well make them enjoyable. So yeah,